My next question is about pitfalls and what are the pitfalls that you could avoid when you start a company? What is your point of view? You already addressed perhaps in a certain way the issue about distribution, perhaps
Mhm.
better to have non-exclusive agreement instead of an exclusive one, but are there other pitfalls that people should try to avoid when they start their company or launch their ID?
I think that the major pitfall is to think that customers are waiting for you and for your solution. It's not when it's not when you have a kit, even if the technology in this kit is really the best one, uh, you need marketing, you need distributors, you need a lot of things. And so it's not when you are developing an ID, it's not just to develop the ID to have the kit ready to go to the customer. Next, you have another step, and it is really a pitfall to think that when you have finished the development, it's ready, you can sell. And so the time to market, the time to yes to necessary to do the marketing is very important.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's important to to have a look on the marketing, to be aware about this problem, and to take this time into account regarding the life of the patent, because
Mm-hmm.
of course when we have a patent you have 20 years of protection, but if you take 5 years to develop the products and next 2 years to develop the marketing, you have already wasted 7 years of your patent. So it's very important to think about marketing and to think about time to market and to adapt the business plan according to this period of time necessary to really to sell the product. Because in our model, next after the buying the kit, the customer will test it, we will use it, and will ask for a license when he will use for real production
Mm-hmm.
and commercialization of another product. So it takes time also on the side of the customer to test the technology and to ask for a license. So I think that the major pitfall is really to think that customers are waiting for the product, and the second one is the time for the marketing.
Do you think then that it's perhaps necessary to be in touch with the customer as soon as possible, even when you start the development or you are in the development phase of a new product, to gather information and to fine tune perhaps
Mhm.
the development of the new product? Or what's your point of view about that?
I think that it is necessary to have real a good contact with the customer. But on the other hand, when you have an idea, it is necessary to go to the last point to see that if the idea is usable or not.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes you have, if you present a new idea to some customer, they cannot see really what you will provide, what will be the advantage of this idea. So I think that it is necessary to have contact with the customers to know the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And next, you have to test if your idea is a solution or not. But don't ask to the customer if your idea is a solution, because the answer will be yes or no. We
Mm-hmm.
don't know, but it's not the job of the customer to say if your idea is good or not. But you can have from the customer information about the problems. Next, you have to solve the problems and to see if your idea is really solving the problems.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, when we have a new technology, a new kit, we can do beta testing. So we
Mm-hmm.
can send the first version of a kit for free to a customer, to a researcher, and ask to the customer to test it and to see if the results are good. So I think that it is good to have contact with the customers in the beginning of the development of a product and at the end. But
Yeah.
during the development, you need to do it in your lab.
First step, understand the concerns, perhaps the problems of your customers, try to get some
Exactly.
empathy and see how they're working and what they would like to have to increase their efficacy or whatever else. and then you go back to the lab and you try to answer those issues, and then
Yeah.
you beta test.
Yeah,
That's the concept. That's the idea.